Listen. Yeah. Yes, God. Get that out of there.
Oh my goodness gracious me, oh my. You know, it's a crazy startup if Matty's going through all this right now. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Matty Rants. Welcome to a Saturday Live with me today. We're going to be talking about We're Here. For the people who already know what's up, this series we were covering actually back when it first started, but I got so overwhelmed with a lot of things going on. I had new projects that I was working on and all that jazz, you know, if you will. And I had to stop it for a second, but I want to finish the series because I love the series so much. One of the co-creators of the show has been really kind to me. I got my first promo box from them. It's a really good show, and we have to jump back into it again. I am so sorry I'm late. It has been a mess just trying to get back here. Um, what a long day. I've had a very crazy weekend. Okay. So let's start this up. I hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful weekend so far. Remember, we have a panel tomorrow on Sunday. So do tune in for that. You're going to be joined by some of my friends here who are my co-hosts on the panel, which would be Jamari DeForest, Diggy1, Dooley underscore noted, and Blake Keisha. And we're going to have a lot to talk about, of course. Plus, for the next week coming up, a lot of reviews again in place prior to DragCon, which is going to be a trip. And then we have so many shows like Legendary to cover, All Star 7. We're still on Drag Race España. Like the list goes on. So yeah, thanks again for tuning in. I know this is not like a normal day for us. We've been doing so many Saturdays with All Star 7 here that, you know, I just want us to jump back into the things because those are the shows we talk about, and Drag Race will be back on in a second. So hey, hope everyone's having a good one. I appreciate you all for being here. I've done a video every day this week. She's tired. And unfortunately, I'm dog sitting right now. My roommate's out of town, and she got anxiety really, really bad. And just, I've been cleaning this house since last night and this morning, and she's kind of cool now. So I have the door open. So if you hear any noise or anything like that little click clack, and you may see a little, you know, fluffy monster pop up in here, that's why. I just need to make sure that I'm open and available. So in case she's not feeling good or wants to check if I'm here, because when she thinks I'm not here, she starts freaking out. So yes, lots going on in the background. So, hey, thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you. Again, we're talking about We're Here today. Let me get my social medias out the way, and then we're going to start this up. I have notes because, again, I had to get back into my flow of things when it comes to shows like this. It's a little bit different than doing some reality TV show. So it's at Matty Rants everywhere except for Twitter, which is at the Matty Rants. You can find that in the link tree in the description down below. Grab a branch, eat some fruit. Mattivia, actually, that's merchandise on dragqueenmerch.com, which I am doing a little something with Miss Bible Girl. Hey, Miss Bible Girl. But you can find Mattivia shirts, Rant Pack shirts, and the panel shirts, all available at dragqueenmerch.com. So shout out to Bible Girl for giving me the opportunity. And you can check out merch there, and it'll be sent to you. I see some people have already got it, and it looks really good. You can also buy that at DragCon because I will be at DragCon. Boo, 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 boo. I will be at DragCon at Bible Girl's booth from 10:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. You also can see me there with the panel, so we'll all be there included. And from that time frame, taking pictures, chit chat, have a good old time with y'all. And of course, if you want to buy merch directly from us there at DragCon, you can. There's also gonna be a little special set that comes with a little something special. So yeah, again, thanks for being here, everybody. Truly, truly appreciate the support. Again, I know this is not a normal day for us here, and I appreciate the ones who are sticking around for the other stuff that I review. That I really appreciate. So on Patreon, you already know what's up with that. We react to all the shows I'm reviewing. It's for just as low as $1 a month. So check that out on Patreon. It's a good time. I reacted to Showgirls. Y'all really hyped up a terrible movie. But of course, there are iconic scenes Versace from Showgirls. Check that out, as well as the Real World Homecoming reactions, Drag Race España, all of the season 14, and of course, like I said, All Star 7 and Legendary will be covered on the channel, both reactions and reviews. I'm also bookable on Cameo. Fabulous. All right, let's start this up today here, because again, I already understand this, and I get it. I had a lot of people in my inbox asking me, hey, you're going to do this show again, and all that type of stuff. I've also had people reading me saying I don't get as much views, and fuck you, all that from this kind of bit. But I don't care, because I love this show, and I love everything about it. I love that it's a positive conversation that is happening. It's also a real one. There are moments that are needed and necessary to take place, with these queens, as well as these people who are letting us into their lives. So I will cover this. I will cover all sorts of LGBTQIA plus programming that I can find a voice in speaking on. So again, if you're here watching this today, I know it's been a few months since this show aired, so it's not right on the dime. But I appreciate you for tuning in and supporting your boy. Like, I'm working every day, and I really, really thank y'all. I already know this is not a I'm just saying it's a lot. Trust me, doing videos every day this week and being like, okay, let's try to get something. Let's get the audience flowing here. Let them know that I'm doing more than just Drag Race stuff. And at the same time, it feels, well, where we at? But I thank you for being here. Also, we have almost hit 20K in subscribers, and soon we'll get there. Small little disclaimer before we start. It's all just opinions, straight love, shits and giggles. Please don't take offense. If you came here looking for fights, head out the door. It's all love here. So let's go. So episode 5 is this live review for Evansville, Indiana. Okay. And this one was in particular a hot topic when the show was airing, because Craig, one of the people on the show who was chosen to get in drag with the queens and share their story, lost his job as a pastor, or more so stepped down because of the consistent threats or really nasty emails he was getting from his congregation. So this already had started off a little bit for me like, oh, oh my, but we need to get into this conversation. It's a pretty good episode here. So Evansville, Indiana, I know nothing of the sorts, but I feel like I know a little bit about it based off of this show. Definitely a conservative town, rich in history, but it also doesn't have a lot of openness towards the LGBTQIA plus community. So with We're Here and with Eureka, Bob, and Shangela traveling to these places, they sort of bring the love that comes from us, and not this nasty sort of view that people have on our community. And they try to inspire, as well as just sort of give these people a voice to be heard in their stories as well. It's really important. I think Eureka looks really great here in her outfit. This was stunning with this headpiece number. I also really loved Bob the drag queen in this silver number here, giving you Statue of Liberty. And Shangela is giving all kinds of page, and I love it down. Hey, y'all. So I see a few of you in here. I really appreciate y'all for tuning in. Could you be live in this live chat for me, please, and talk with your brother while we're talking here today? I appreciate y'all so much for tuning in, but talk back with your boy. Let me know that you're happy I'm doing this review here today with you, and we'll keep this going, because I need your feedback in reference to keep these things going on and keep doing this stuff here. Okay, I appreciate you for being here on this Saturday. Don't forget to hit that like button. Hope you did when you got here. Let's go. So with Shangela, Bob, and Eureka up in Evansville, they sort of survey the town a little bit, process this through. This is lovely. I'm really here for it. Great shots from the show. I love how they always seem to interrupt the flow of whatever was going on in the town. Like, this man was, what the heck is going on here? And it's like, okay, got it. Like, yes, they're here this is a show. We're filming this. This happens. There are drag queens. Ooga booga booga. Okay. I appreciate it, because I'm tired. Real talk. And I already know how it is sometimes with YouTubers and stuff. And I just want to give y'all some more. So I just want to make sure I'm doing this not just for me, not just for my love of the series, but like, do y'all care? Okay. Because I have to make sure I'm presenting content because I don't want y'all going anywhere. I'm working hard on this channel. But appreciate it. And I know you out there in Romania, baby. I thank you so much. I haven't even put up my cash apps or nothing. Let's just go with this today. Okay. Uh, Craig is the first person here. This is the one who we were just talking about. Who, stepped down from the church. And Craig's journey is interesting because Craig is one of those few pastors or preachers that we get where we have him in a religious setting, not condemning everything that is a sort of highlighted in particular portions of Christianity as being the ultimate sins. A lot of stuff coming from my own journey through church, growing up as a Seventh-day Adventist, being in church consistently, not just going there every Saturday, but like doing events after church, being a part of Pathfinders, all of that work that goes into the church family, and also having to change churches because of drama that takes place. Like a lot of that, it's not common, but it's a little bit more common, but in smaller towns, not so much, right? To see Craig doing what the Lord is asking of him to do, and honestly, what I think he's asking a lot of these people in these positions to do, doesn't seem like it's too far of a stretch. Honestly, I think he's doing the Lord's work. So I already had I was like, Craig's a cool guy. He's going to say something that's a little silly that gets corrected, and I'm happy about that. But for me, I know what his intentions are, and I was really thankful that his message was clear. And it also had hit home for him as his daughter identifies as pansexual. And the way that he now has this not just as something he wants to include with his own work as a minister and someone who is preaching, but also he has blood that is a part of this community that he can see no sin of evil intentions from, that a lot of people really just don't get. And this also, goes back into my conversation about Matt from the Real World Homecoming, in reference for him being this Christian, but being a complete, phobic individual towards the gay community. It's this picking and choosing bit for me. And then when we get to church, all about God's love, and I'm not going to go too deep into this where I'm just dragging it, you know what I mean? But um I've lived that life of having to go to church and having to sit there while people preach love and kindness, and then in the following sentence talk about stoning folks in where taking someone's life would be appropriate because it'd be God's will. And then you ask yourself these questions like, but if we say this and it's that, and it feels very weird. And it makes it feel like it's a contradiction, which a lot of people would argue. Sometimes the Bible possibly has been translated so many times that, certain folks put in their own stuff and then say it's this and that and the other, There's a lot of speculation on it. Either way, when I think of the Lord, and I think of, me as a gay Christian, I think of the stuff that God teaches about love, kindness, understanding, about self-work, about self-love, and about respecting your fellow man and moving from there. You know what I'm saying? And I understand there are texts and scriptures in this, but there's also old and newer versions of the Bible, and different religions pick and choose which ones they want to follow. So I'm happy for people like Craig, but I also know Craig had a uphill battle with this, and I think Eureka being picked for this one was a good fit, knowing Eureka's definitely from the Southern Belt and has felt this kind of pressure before as somebody who may have gone into church a couple of times or two and had to have that feeling of ostracization happen to them when they're in such a setting like church. And I'll be very real with y'all, like, and not dogging it down because I believe what I believe in, but it's been a while for me to actually be in a building like that because of the anxiety it gives me and the stress that has been put on me from the years of going into church and being put in situations where I've had people pray over me or get cornered and I'm being asked questions from a church member when my parent is not available from me, threatening me possibly, like all that kind of stuff. I've had other things happen too that, like, this is a lot of trauma that comes from me in church. And unfortunately, that healing has a long way to go before I feel comfortable going into said building again and feeling that way. But I, in my own way, pray every day. And, I follow what the Lord says. Y'all know I don't eat pork like that. You know what I'm saying? So either way, there's a connection here. And once again, We're Here always finds its way into my heart and others. Now, we'll get back to Craig in a second here. Barbara and Yvonne are this wonderful couple. I love these ladies. 38 years together, 38 good old years. And this lesbian couple has fought the good fight, and they've been sticking up, being advocates as well as, you know, fighting for the rights of their community since the early days. And they even talked about them, being attacked at some point in times and them living together. But they want to get married on this show in drag with a drag queen because not only of the statement that it's going to make, but for the fact that they never got in a relationship just to be married or anything like that. They just love each other. But at the same time, them as a couple, a gay couple, are faced with issues that we were fighting for marriage equality for. One of the reasons we were fighting for it in the first place, which is if we're going to end up in a hospital and this person who has spent my life with me, my family, my husband or wife cannot walk into the room because by blood relation, they have to be in there and it needs to be a spouse or whatever you consider to be acceptable as such. Do you see what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of nuances with the word and people trying to place it into something where it is of God, which I do believe marriage stems from a commitment that is put under the Lord. However, I don't think that's limited per sexuality, especially with the intentions that those people have with the relationship that they're carrying on. So there's a lot of people who are heterosexuals who are in relationships that are married that are doing all kinds of horrible shit. You know what I'm saying? But because they're heterosexual, oh, that's okay. Okay. Now, like, I always go off of intentions. I go off of what people's meanings are, words come from. Everything has a place. Nothing is just out there. So, this couple with Barbara and Yvonne, they're lovely. I love them down. They were one of my favorite peoples to watch on this episode. I hate that I said peoples, but I'm keeping it. And we got to know a lot about their journey and just the love they have for each other. But Bob was assigned these two lovely ladies, and Bob has the ability to officiate weddings and of course sign the documents and it be like legit, which is I'm like, okay, work Bob. And again, perfect casting, perfect assignment. You know, it was lovely to see. I'm going to get more into their wedding service because that's where my like heart spilled for them. But also, there's a conversation we're going to have in a second once we get to the bridal room, and we talk about the elder gays and the younger gays needing to have the cross generational conversation. We gonna get there in a second because I needed that to take place. That's a great talking point. Great moment right there. But we love you, Barbara and Yvonne. Bitch, now hold on here. My light just turned off. But I low-key like it like this. Do I turn it back on? Can I keep it like this? I think I like it like this. Keeping it. I don't know. I'm enjoying my blue glow. I'm enjoying the blue glow. Sorry, the light popped off. It's not broken. I just realized the little cord it's in. I need to switch it. But I kind of want to keep. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep. That's what we're doing. We're keeping. Wait, if that's the case, then hold on. Then that means right. It's giving glowy dough, like very her. Hold on. Let me stick this in this hole here. Things I don't do. I'm gonna guide you. Ooh, okay. I don't want that on. I don't want that on. There we go. Perfect. Okay, got it. So, first of all, Barbara and Yvonne are my kind of people because they had made cakes and cupcakes. Those are my kind of people. Oh, we heard you were coming. We knew you was coming. We made cupcakes. We got cake. We got. Hold on, you brought me food. Listen, as one of the ones that knows about coming into a person's home, and they have some food for you, baby. Oh yes, I like you. Now I hope you didn't lace it with nothing, or if you did, it needs to be that gagungagunch. But I was like, yes, Barb. Yes, Yvonne. Fabulous. I want some cake. It looked good. Okay, Crook Schnook, baby. That's how you welcome it. I just wanted some food. I was hungry. Feral Kitty, meow. How you doing, baby? Official court documents, keep it. Thank you, thank you. I will. Yeah, she's giving. I might have to do this more often with this lighting. She's working for the girls. Coda, I hope you okay, baby. I don't see you. That dog has put me through hell this weekend, and that is fine because I love her and she's adorable. But, whew. But I was here for the cake. I was also here for Bob. Can't wait to see Bob again soon. But Bob, once again, always comes with the fashions for me, living for a hat moment, and is the right person for this job, honestly. These are two ladies that have honestly put their time and they've just put their time and energy into giving back towards the community in terms of fighting for the rights out there in their own town that they live in. You know what I'm saying? And they've also been together through all of this. And it's lovely to see. It's so lovely to see couples that I can identify with in some sort of way being together for so long, you know? Because Maddie wants to be married with somebody for 38 plus years. If I even have 38 plus years left on this earth, I'm just saying, like, that's a blessing. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful moment. We'll get more into them in just a second. Now, off of Barbara and Yvonne and my favorite winner, Bob the Drag Queen, we get over here to this is Case, right? I was trying to wait for someone to say the baby's name. I never heard it. I was like, what is happening? I believe it's Case. Case. I'm hoping I'm getting that right. If I'm wrong, please help me out here in the live comment section. Appreciate you, babies. Hold on, we got some live comments. I want y'all to be my co-host here today. Thank you so much for being in here. That's a southern thing to do. I live about 75 minutes east of Evansville. That's what we do. Okay, Charles, I see you, baby. Uh-huh. Hey, Omar. This was cute. People, I'm like 38 years. That's why I take the word of marriage serious. Most people take the word out of context because it's more than a piece of paper. It's a lot more than a piece of paper. It's just, there's rights that come with it that are necessary for certain steps that you need to take in order for it to be like an actual existence of a relationship by law versus it just being something that you know in your hearts, which is great. But like, by law, like you have to respect our relationship, and that's important, I feel like. So I'm right. Okay, so on the case now, baby, we have somebody who came from Tunisia. Beautiful, beautiful soul, by the way. Beautiful, all of it. I was like, oh, handsome. But from Tunisia all the way out here to Evansville, low-key hate that they ended up in Evansville, but you find where you're at, right? They ended up seeking asylum here after dealing with particular situations that were basically life-threatening. Where they're from in Northern Africa, in Tunisia, it is illegal to be out an a homosexual. And the story he told, baby, like to have him communicate this conversation and was able to do it. And I saw the emotion getting there. And again, Shangela, perfect pairing of these individuals, especially Shangela, who brings so much light out of folks and that just good energy Shangy has. The conversation about the brother beating him in the basement, relatable. My brother used to fight me every day, like for quite a while, like every other day. At least my sister, I put my sister on this hotline, she will confirm it. Every other day we would get into it. Every other day. And yes, the word FAG finished the rest was used. All those slurs were used. Every type of way he could get to me, he would. And that happened for like several years. And I dealt with it the best I could because I had to fight back. That's kind of how I learned to fight, low key. That's one of the ways I learned to fight, but not as severe as what Kay's is going over here, especially with it being illegal. And I'm going to tell, and they can end up, putting him in jail and taking his life, and it's legal to do that. It's ridiculous. The fact that his mother didn't have his back, and if you tell your father, what's going to happen, and the hearing that they do anal swabs just to check to see if they're, oh my goodness, it just, a lot of the privileges that we have out here, that even with our own struggles and fights that we in America are facing with the rights of LGBTQI plus people, which has gotten better, but also not so much, especially with this don't say gay thing that happened in Florida recently that we're definitely not okay with, as well as the rights of trans students out here in Texas, the state I live in, that I am definitely not going to be living in for too much longer because, um, there's still a fight going on. There's still something that we are trying to put in place for people to understand that we are not trying to take anything away from you. We're just trying to simply protect people who are people just like you. Think a little bit differently, and it's not as damaging to folks as much as they say it is. That's what always blows my mind about people who sort of take things that have nothing to do with them, make it about them, and all of a sudden now it's like this big thing. It's like, girl, that had nothing to do with you. The bathroom situation. Are you like, honey? I know there's ladies you go in the bathroom with that you don't want to go in the bathroom with you. Like, huh? What you mean? And so what? She need to use she identifies that way. So what? If I were to see someone who I thought, because I say, let's say for instance, I'm in the men's restroom. Well, then again, I'm me. I'm different, right? I'm a little way more open. Okay. And I see someone who may not register as this man in this bathroom, but I can already put in my mind that that's how they identify. I'm not going to stop you from using, oh, there you go. What? And the idea of a certain PEDO, finish the rest of it, always being associated with homosexuality, when in fact, honey, opposite day, talk about it, is also where that stems from, and how they assume that's what this is. Like, honey, I don't, gross, like that kind of stuff. Blows my mind. It blows my mind. Blows my mind. So I have a lot of pain in my heart when I deal with folks that are ignorant, because it really is so simple. This is why I also have separated myself from my own family the way I have, because of how I am not able to live my authentic self around them no matter what. And I learned that just this past Christmas. I was like, oh, that was like the last little nail I needed. I was like, oop, there it is. And now it's time for the separation to begin. And I refuse to, have to down myself or make myself feel lesser than I feel just to be around people who call themselves family or former friends of mine. I've lost a lot of former friends over their views, and I don't care, because I don't want that kind of shit around me. I wouldn't want someone to say they're my friend, but is voting for rights that would essentially hurt me, destroy me, harm me, may even put my life in. You know what I'm saying? Like, how could we coexist like that when you're voting on things or you're asking for things to happen that would then discriminate against me, when you don't even face discrimination by a certain bill or right being passed for somebody to be able to have access to something? That's not discrimination at all. It's you. It's these people who are discriminating against us or them, or however you're looking at it. And so for Case, my heart goes out to this baby, the beautiful soul, beautiful inside and out. And it's also sad to see that they have developed a little stress and trauma over everything that's taken place with them. I myself have felt that before, especially with PDA, and how, the way my dad would react and my brothers would react to gay men in public when we were out when I was younger. And like, I'm talking about, imagine sitting at a table with a bunch of men and like your family, and you hear them talking about like jumping somebody in the parking lot, or just saying how disgusting it is, and then making these disgusting jokes. And you're sitting at the table telling yourself, you literally identify with those people, but you can't say anything, because if you do, the things that they're saying they do to somebody else, they're going to do to you. And I've had threats like that before. So like, honestly, again, I say this to say all of this is relatable. Every bit of this is relatable with this show. I'm so happy they bring these stories together. Girl, we're here. Listen, Johnny, Don't call me up, baby. I mean, call me up. But if you you want to do some stories, girl, please. You want to get some deep, bitch. I'm gonna tell you some stuff, because baby, it's just my journey with my family. I'm so thankful that I've gotten through, because last year was a whole nother story. The year before that, I'm in the best place I've ever been now, because I have put that boundary up, and I'm real happy with it. You know, it's funny. I even sent my brother a happy birthday message the other day. He never responded to it. Mind you, he made sure I didn't see him for Christmas when he did some bullshit I'm not going to get into. But I sent that message though. I could have just not said anything, but I said, I'm going to send this, and I don't even want anything back. I'm not looking for a thank you. I'm not looking for a how are you. I'm just going to let you know I know it's your birthday today, and I'm sending you this message. Whether you fuck with me or not, I don't care, because everything you put me through, I'm past, and I'm so past it that this don't matter. It's a beautiful thing. I'm certainly enjoying it. And so if you're watching this, which I'm sure you have, I don't care. And we're gonna be okay, because you owe me apologies, not I, said the pussycat. Until we get there, it ain't gonna never be there. And even when we get there, we still ain't gonna be there. Because that's how I'm living my life right now. Even if I do receive apologies from people, I don't need to necessarily restart a relationship with them. That's not on the agenda. It's just because you're sorry, just because we had good times before, doesn't mean that the next chapter in our lives is meant to be in the same space together. I'm Again, I told you that movie like really flipped my brain a bit. And then my last therapy session, when I was talking about it, and the conversation over the love, self-love, and being able to just sort of discern the wanting of approval from someone versus having your own approval of being able to just cope and exist, and as well as say no or yes, and being fine with your decisions. Because some people say yes with regrets. No, no yes with no regrets here. Like, we say yes because we want to do it. We say no because I ain't going to do it. That kind of stuff. So, nihilistic. Listen, I come from a family that's very deep in history, as well as education, as well as not education, as well as pastors, speakers. We have a lot of gift for gab sort of folks in my family. So everybody's a really good talker. Very, very few people are quiet. And even though I'm not cool with them like that, to where I don't, I just can't see myself surrounding around every one of them. This is not all my family. Like, I have some brothers and sisters that I really do love, that I will go see at any given time, because they know me and they respect me. But I'm good. I want to be good, so I'm gonna be good. Does that make sense? Like, this is fine. I'm not asking for anything. I don't want anything from them. I haven't asked my family for shit quite some time. I don't want anything. I got it. Because when I needed it, I don't know where y'all was at. And guess what? Shouldn't have expected it. And that's just where it was. That's where it's got to be. You can't expect things. Expectations are a fool's hole to step into sometime. I'm just being real with you. Like, imagine you're walking down in a field of just grass and whatever, but you're expecting to come up onto something. By that expectation, you're assuming that should already be there. So you've already set yourself to go, right? But then you fall because, oh, I thought that was going to, no, you expected that to be there. It wasn't a given truth. Expectations are sometimes lies that you say to yourself. I have learned to cut expectations. I should be getting my press pass. I had to remove that kind of mentality. You get what I'm saying? I should get this. I should have 50, 500,000. No, No, I shouldn't. Because when it's time, it will be my time. I'm going to just do the work. I'm going to put down what I can put down. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to keep doing my best. It'll follow. It will come. I'm going to keep praying on this. And when it's mine, it's mine. But if I continue to expect things and say, why not me? I would go insane. So, I am almost to 20K because I have set that goal for myself. We gonna get there sooner enough. I'm moving back to LA sooner or later because that's where I want to live again. I wasn't ready to go before. Oh, I'm ready now. Okay. The last time I needed to go fund me to get somewhere. I'm not asking for that. I wasn't ready, but I needed to go. I needed to see it. I needed to touch it. I needed to feel the space so I could get an idea of what I want when I really stayed there. And mind you, I was there for a while. I lived there. And I stayed pillow to post, did what I had to do. Had some good friends, very helpful people. And I still worked and I still did my stuff and I still made things happen. Now I'm looking at it at a different angle. And that is a blessing. I could have taken it as a failure. For me, it was just a step. All right, let's keep this going here. I don't know who the fuck I think I am today. Just being honest with you. Fireworks shop, it is what it is. If you've been in Texas, you already know what's up too. The little booths that sit outside that you can go get your fireworks at. And of course they were promoting their drag show. Some people looking a little strange, other people not really caring. But this one person in particular whose picture I don't know why didn't pop up after this, stopped them and wanted to tell them that they're happy that they were there and that they were going to do a drag show and that this town really needed it. And they came to them and said they were bisexual. And this guy's literally carrying a gun in front of him. And it's a different experience, for Bob to say somebody to see that, you know what I mean? But it's also a point to say your idea of sexuality is not the image that you're always going to think that it is. And that should be telling to a lot of people that, again, expectations can really fuck with perception. Sometimes you just got to get in it and you need to choose how or where you want to get into it. Maybe the sexual stuff is not your cue because there's parts of the community that are like that. So you might need to go to an early in the day drag brunch. Or a family one, because there are ones that are oriented around children being there. And so the shows are safe. It's not going to be too crazy. It's all kooky and fun and wholesome. There are shows like that, regardless of how you say it is or whatever people like to, put it on there, I'm always fascinated by people's reasoning behind their ignorance. It's like, oh, okay. Whatever works for you, girl. And I know some people just need to take time to be comfortable. It's nice to see Case have his friends circle here. A lot of people in the same position as him and others who are also from the area that have made him feel like he has a family and a community here. Something about saying that he's gay out loud in public really does cause him stress. And Shangela was a perfect component to that dish of, I'm gay. I'm this, I'm that, all of the above, to just scream it out loud and be themselves. And mind you, this baby is or has identified, excuse me, I'm not saying identified as in, they're just saying that, but they are from and are as identifying as Saudi and Muslim. And to be gay as well is that's very few and far in between. And so, okay, Sonny, listen, random stranger talking to you from across the universe, or this world, I should say, on the internet. If you need or feel like you're losing some support, just think of Matty Rants in the background going, listen. Because I really did fall in love with this guy. I think he's a sweetheart. And anybody who is willing to make a decision, like not going back to the place that is hurting you, to better yourselves and to be the person you truly want to be, knowing you can lose all of your family, that's some real shit. That's a real person. That's some grown up stuff. Because a lot of people don't have that willpower and they'll go back. and it'll get worse, or they may have to change things up and not be themselves and be in an entire conflict for the rest of their lives. This baby needs our support. So I love that we're here. It feels like there's a new community that surrounds him now for support. And he's got good friends too. So love it. Now, Eureka getting up in this house with Craig's family, meeting Craig's wife and Craig's daughter, who is the one that came out as pansexual here, and having this conversation about the church and where they stand, and, the way that he preaches and how sometimes it does have a bad taste on the conservative congregation members that are there. I'm always like, just go to a different church then, if that's the case. I don't understand it. It's like, why are we making this such a big deal? But with but with Tiffany, she has really started to live her full life. And again, Tiffany, you're blessed to have a dad like Craig. Okay. Like, maybe he doesn't understand it, but he supports you. I wish I had somebody who was like, I support you, and then they don't say but afterwards. It's very annoying. So I loved it. And I also love their shirts too. I was like, okay, so y'all knew the assignment. We're filming today. But it was nice to see Craig's family. Again, getting into this moment with Shangela and Case here over where they feel and how they have this trauma from what they've been experiencing, and Shangela just really showcasing the love. This is a tearful moment indeed. Shangela, I see you, bitch. I was like, look at this mug. In all the right places, girl. In all the right places. I see you, bitch. Love you, Shange. That's Texas. But as we're going through consultations here, and we're asking these questions, there's this moment between Craig that one of the consultants, or who does the makeup here, drag queen called Six, by the way, they were rumored to have been, there was a rumor a few seasons ago they were going to be on Drag Race. I think it was something that was like created or whatever, but I would live to see them on Drag Race because they can paint, baby. But Six had to check Craig a little bit, and it wasn't like a mean check. It's ones that you write in love when someone's kind of stepping out of place, because Craig started to say, this is all hilarious. This is all funny. They're like, okay, what we're going to do, we're going to do this wig. We're supposed to have this moment. They're doing a full consultation with him, and he's making it seem like everything's about to be a joke. And so Six's, checking is more so on the lines of, hey, yes, we are here to have fun. Yes, we are here to, okay, Joe. I was like, okay, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But we're here to have fun. It is comedy in aspects to drag for that. But in reality, drag is a very serious thing for a lot of people. It's a life-saving, a fortunate life-saving moment, or a trade to have now, or something that brought them back to life again. You know what I'm saying? And for Eureka, it's the same. I know a lot of other girls feel the same way about that, where it could have saved their life. They could have, something could have happened. And drag was a form of escape that turned into a business, that turned into a lifestyle, that turned into a way of living. And, I was happy Six said something like that, because drag is not just for hoots and hollers, or as the Julies of the world would say, no rules, just do what you want. It's not just that. So, like, for me, watching drag is something that I live and breathe for. Me wanting to do drag is something I live and breathe for, even though in my own way, I'm always so nervous every time I pick up a brush or I try to do my eyebrows and feel like I'm doing something wrong, and get anxiety, feeling pressure to like be this person who I like pushed myself to be. Like, it's a lot, but also it's just a lot more aspects and elements to drag. And it was just good that Craig received Six and Eureka's conversation and their moment of, hey, we feel you, but like, just listen to where we're coming from. So that way you don't seem insensitive to this moment, that this is all one big joke, because it's not. There's a lot of people who are going to be touched by this. So we go from the consultation to sort of trying on wedding dresses. And this was a really beautiful moment, but that was where we have this cross-generational conversation take place, where there is Case that's there with Barbara and Yvonne, who have been together for 38 years, who are there at who are, being themselves and having to hide, or say being themselves at a later, in the earlier days, 60s and 70s, when there was no rights. It was full on phobia. And there was a lot of people dying towards coming into the 80s as well as before then. All of that, the discrimination they faced. It was a moment that I don't think has been happening a lot, that needs to happen more often. And if it is happening, it's happening in very close spaces, and it should be with bigger audiences for me. Because I'm going to tell you a quick story, because you're like, Matt tells stories all the time. But seriously, quick story. And Stephanie, I thank you so much for this tip today. I didn't even put up my Cash App just because I love you and your channel. I appreciate it. I see more people coming into the room. When I started this live today, I was in a headspace like, I really love this show and I want to keep doing it. But I also know how YouTube works and how they punish like certain things not matching up. And I even said, regardless of how this turns out with numbers, I don't give a goddamn. I just want to talk about the show, because their stories I can all relate to, and y'all know I'm an empathetic person, so I get emotional. But because it was his anniversary of his passing recently, so it's like a lot to take in. But one of the people who saved my life was the elder gaze, as you like to call it. That's why every time I hear that Willow Smith song, "Wait a Minute," I start crying. And no one was really popping that song like they are now. It just became super popular. But Todd was such a kind person to me growing up in the lifestyle. I was kind of like a lot more wild than I am now. And also I just like to make people laugh and jokes, and I was just really extra. And I remember I got in front of these older gays, and my friend Todd was there, and he was one of the older gays too. And they talked to me like as if they were cool with me and they liked me. But in reality, when I left them, they dragged me to the oblivion and then beyond. They talked about me like I was a dog. They only said I was fuckable. It was like this really, really, really telling moment for me that broke me as an individual, because it was like I thought I was in the gay community where all was accepting, and it really wasn't. But then I also knew that when Todd sat me down and talked to me about me and like what I was trying to convey and like the ways to do it and to present it in a way that's, authentic to me and not just gabba gabba gabba, it really changed my life. And after that, we used to hang out all the time, and he would like just pick me up, not to sleep with me or whatever, but like, let's go to the museum, let's go to the or walk through the mall real quick, let's take a road trip. He would invite me to places and introduce me to people he felt like would be very important for me to meet, not just to get me somewhere, but to sort of learn from or see, you know, um, you can be gay and you can be successful as a Black man. I lost that good soul to cancer, and they planted a tree for him. But like stories like these are why I get emotional, because like I understand these conversations are necessary, and these young cats out here acting a fool and calling girls old and stuff like that. Them babies can tell you something. These people can tell you their stories, how they survived and got through a lot. And again, like, when you've been taught that AIDS is going to take you out because you're an FAG, whatever, finish the rest. And all you have to offer is this, and you're only going to be that. And you don't think that it's going to go further than anything else. It is important to see these people in their lives and how they are, thriving and dealing, and they should share their wealth of knowledge with others. So yes, Sorry. Apologies, but not really because my emotions are real. um, but it's important. It's important. And nihilistic women, it's funny because you're in those shoes, Maddie. You may not be an elder gay yet, but you're a queer guru. We got to be there for those upcoming kids. It is funny because I do get messages every now and then from somebody young that's like, I saw your video and you said something really helpful. And, you know, uh, honey, listen, I'll take that badge with courage and honor, and I'd be more than happy to share my experiences with the youngins if I ever get to that, be blessed enough to be able to be here for that, because it is important to share your stories. It is important to share the experiences of your survival because everybody's trying to survive. So like sharing those stories gets folks through the days. It helps people understand, okay, not that bad. Let's try this again. Let's keep this rolling. So again, beautiful moment to have. So we go through choreo. He is so fine. And it's a cute moment here. I have to get past this to get on with the rest of it. Layla McQueen, you are a goddess with the brush. I'm going to tell you that right now. Baby, those ladies were changed. You are a goddess with the brush. Let's get on to these performances, y'all. Ah! Oh my gosh, they got me to cry today. See, this is the real reason why I stopped doing We're Here reviews. I was sick of crying. I swear to God. Takes me there. But love you, Todd. Miss you. Rest in peace, my friend. Eureka came out in this interesting number, Like a Wrecking Ball, Miley Cyrus, and she threw a bunch of Eureka kicks, spins, break me. Yeah, all of that. Break me. I'm singing in Miley's tone, so don't read me. I came in like a wrecking ball. My daddy's Billy Bob. Billy Ray. Ooh. No, I was right. No, I'm just playing. All right. Listen, Hannah Montana's up there cutting the fuck up. Go on, girl. Go on, Hannah. And so Eureka's emceeing the night for this journey out here. We're going to go ahead and get on over to Case. I don't have everyone's drag names down, so please forgive me here. Me and this dog had a very interesting morning, so that's why a lot of this is out of place. But I thought this performance was absolutely fabulous. And you want to know why it was absolutely fabulous? Because it felt authentic to them. And they did Lady Gaga Aura, because Art Pop is the best Lady Gaga album, period. Fight me. I don't care. I don't care. Art Pop was that girl, and we did not give her time. Do you want to see me naked? Like, don't. Like, underneath the covers, behind the aura. Oh my God, I love that song so much. I love that song so much. It's a bop. Oh, I was here for it. Went from this beautiful music, went straight into aura. It was that girl. I was like, yes. So also, by the way, if Case ever considered on going full-time geesh, like, let me tell you, Miss Mom is ready. her mug was beat. I said, oh bitch, not that she could go right into a new season of Drag Race. I was like, okay, she got to work on them steps, but that's okay. These babies were having fun. It was a good time. It was a good show. Live for all the red. I did love the red glow. A little Bastard Amber. It's a Jackie's Back reference. Shanji knows that one. Jennifer Lewis. Ha! But yeah, Shangela came out a little Lady Gaga, a little headpiece number with her Beyonce wig color. I watched the behind moment on YouTube. And they cut up on stage. Again, I love an aura moment. So I was here for it. Now, I did get Craig's drag name because it was so unique of the O'Haras. You know, Eureka got to have it in there. It's Joan of Arc O'Hara. Joan of Arc, but it's Joan of Arc O'Hara. Okay. And, came out, gave a good sermon, a quick, preached a little bit, just tiny little spoken pastor. Nothing too much in the brimstone and fire. And then went from that to Kesha's. We are who we are. Oh, I can hear myself. Oh, I know. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Uh, 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 oh. Yeah. Oh, God. That DJ, turn it up. Right. Oh, my goodness. I'm not judging this performance because this is all out of love and fun. If this was, if we were judging, it'd be like, girl, now stiff. But no, baby was cutting the fuck up. The wig was right. The makeup was good. They really got Craig up there cutting up. I was here for it. I also enjoyed his final words on the stage when he was just talking about loving, who you love and, God's love for, woman, mankind, anybody, however they identify. That's all that it comes from here. And seeing his daughter and his family, supporting him, it's just beautiful. I was really here for Craig's story. And I'm really mad he had to resign or step down from the church. I don't think that's fair, but I hope that from this, either he builds his own congregation of people, maybe he moves, maybe he stays, maybe they put some protection around that man, but he deserves it. He's bringing to me the real love of God, which is for all. Moving on to the next performance here after a round of applause for our good pastor. We get on over to Barbara and Yvonne, okay? And they're watching a little television and it's, hey, baby, I think I want to marry you. It's a beautiful day. I know they said the suits were inspired by like 60s. I was thinking more 70s only because I got the vibe from Virgin Suicides. If y'all ever saw that movie, you know what I'm talking about with Josh Hartnett. And Kirsten Dunst. As well as the suits being blue and orange. I also got Dumb and Dumber. Not to make fun of them, but to sort of have this spiel on the partnership that they have. It's been so long that they know everything about each other. You feel what I'm saying? Because it was the blue suit and the orange suit. And I'm like, didn't they have a blue suit and an orange? I just got parallels from that. So I was like, oh. But I love their performance. They did, listen, it was, I can't judge this. They're getting married and it was sweet. There's no way I'm going to sit here and just go, oh, they should have had the timing right on this moment. She should have looked up faster. Are you joking me? This was special. After 38 years, it'd be, oh, I'm getting tired. Oh, I want to get married. Seeing Bob, Shangela, and Eureka there. Eureka was the flower girl. Shangela was the ring bearer, and Bob, officiated the wedding as a hippie dippy, because Yvonne, right? Is it Yvonne? I forget which one is the hippie, and proud of it. I was so here for it. But just a wonderful moment, just a beautiful scene, just for everybody to witness their love in this kind of way, the way they want to do it. They're so happy, and that's all that flipping matters. That's all that matters. We're here. I blurted out right. Thank you. I blurted out right. But we're here is some kind of show, man. It's really funny because I always said, like, I would love to be on a show like that where I'm traveling around and just meeting people and doing the whole bit, like Queer Eye, how We're Here is doing, and meet people from all over the world and sort of just start to live and like vicariously through them or take them out of their element and show them something new. It's really a good feeling seeing people tell their story, learn something new about themselves, and walk away from this experience changed. From the Bobo Maxwells. Hey, Bobo. All the way down here to the Joan of Arcs. It's really something to watch people release and then be almost, what's the word? It's not cleansed, but sort of not reprieved. It's another word I'm looking. Release and refreshed. There we go. Removed, renew. They're my R's. Where my R's at? From the front to back. I don't know. Mon nom extant. Love you, Bob. Love you, Shangela. Love you, Eureka. Love you, Dow. Okay. I'm happy about the show. I hope they get the awards they deserve. They all deserve them. They kill it. They kill it each time. I can't wait for the next episode as well because I think that's the Hawaii episode or maybe the one after that. Either way, for the episode in Kona, Lady Shug actually offered her time here, so I'm probably going to get her to come on towards like the second half of the review or towards the end to talk about her experience on the show with We're Here and everything else like that. So let me know if you'd love to see that with Lady Shug. You know, Lady Shug is fam over here. Again, shout out to at Johnny Instagram. You have a fucking awesome show. Please let this keep going. Do not stop. This is great. You make me cry. That means it's a great show. If I'm crying, you did good. I'm telling you. If I get emotional, the show is great. I don't not for bullshit, okay? But seriously though, I hope you had a good time with me today, everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and call this a wraps here. That's We're Here, episode 5, season 2. Check it out. It's on HBO Max. Far away. The lighting's needed when it's this close. I feel. I feel it's needed when it's this close. But far away, I can turn off my light. However, just because I want to test this out now, because I have this here. Blue's not that girl. That's not that girl. Green. Red is she a little. I can't believe that I love anymore. I can't believe that you never seem to be this way. Sorry. He's a great singer. I can't help but just do his voice. I'm sorry. Oh, Michael McDonald. Oh my God. Love y'all down. Appreciate y'all so much for being here. Please make sure to hit that like button. Please be active in the comment section after this video outside the live chat. So that helps me with the algorithm here. We will be doing these on Tuesdays. So I did this one on Saturday because I sort of like picked it back up and I'm like, okay, let's do da. But now I'm like, okay, let's set a day that we finish this, and that's going to be Tuesdays. It'll be a lot more workable on a Tuesday for me. So Tuesdays we'll be doing this, meaning, and y'all are the first ones to hear the schedule now. Mondays, España. Tuesdays, We're Here season 2 wrap up. Wednesdays, it will be, what's the show, Matt? Come on. Real World Homecoming. Real World Real World Homecoming, New Orleans on Wednesdays. Thursdays, as soon as it airs, will be Legendary Day, but not the first week because I will be out of town. Not the first week. It'll be the week after that. And then Fridays, which the first week will be a Saturday, but the Fridays after that will be All-Star 7. So basically, you're going to have videos from Sunday through Friday through the end of May, all through June, beginning of July. That also means a lot more reaction videos too, because I'll be covering 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll be covering a lot of shows. 5 shows I think I'll be covering at once. And then another show is going to be added in the middle of that. Yes. So yeah. Do y'all wait the rant? So like, rant with me. Did y'all like want me to keep doing rant with me's? Do we miss rant with me's? Do we want me to keep doing rant with me's? I'll do rant with me's. I just want to know if y'all are gonna watch. If you're not doing it, I ain't watching. I know, Lisa, and I was like, well, damn. Because I'm hyped, but now I'm like, oh, bitch, you gonna have me working. Me and Mimi are gonna be pulling double duty. Because we're only allowed to do specific things at the panels. But I commented on T.S. Madison's post. I forgot she still follows me on Instagram and Twitter, so I was like, gag. But I was like, girl, I'm gonna have to be in front row for one of them, two of them, three of them, four. So I'm hoping I get to talk to her again, because the last time I spoke to her was the last DragCon that happened. Vocally, she's been sweet since then, but like honestly, she's such a good energy. If y'all get a chance to meet her, please do. She's real deal, real deal. I'm seeing a lot of yeses, so I guess yes. Woo! RuPaul's Drag Race Superfan. Hey, baby. Yes. Here's me. There's two sides of that coin. One me's like, the other me's like, so I'm happy. I'm also like, God damn, when is this coming out? That's where my mind is at. There's also the possibility of Canada versus the world that's supposed to happen. There's also maybe a UK All Stars that's possibly in the works too. There's also like a couple other franchises that they're thinking about still putting together. You know, there may be a redemption season happening. There's a lot that's about to be on the table. And I'm just ready for it all. I'll be covering every single bit of it. Just rumors right now being thrown out, little stuff like that. You know, I don't confirm anything until it's real, so everything is allegedly until it's real. Everything. Until it's real. I mean, you got a break. You got a break. No. Which I'm actually happy about, because my Fridays, it's been a while since we had a Friday night where it's just not been Drag Race like centered. Like, and y'all know when 14 happened, oh bitch, your Friday was gumped the whole night, and Saturday and Sunday was like that. It is nice to get a little break. I would love to highlight those comments, Jermaine, but I am not, because that's speculation and I don't want to be involved in that collusion. But I will say, you know, and that's what I'm going to say. I'm just going to give you a little face. That was my communication. I said 4 things. It's really funny. There's there's rumors brewing of a name that wasn't on that list or whatever, and that's why it's like where I'm gonna be quiet. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. Like on my channel, I'm not gonna do like both episodes in a review, because that's just gonna be a long ass review. We're not doing a double feature. So when I get back in town that Saturday, because it premieres that Friday, I'll be doing a live of episode 1. The panel that Sunday, we're just going to talk about like runways and sort of our general thoughts versus like review style or whatever. And then that Monday, I'm going to be going live again to do not only the Espana review like earlier in the day, but then after that, 2 hours later, the evening time, I'm going to be doing episode 2. Then the following day, I'm going to be doing Legendary, because Legendary is doing a 3-episode premiere, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. I am going to be so busy in May. Love it, man. Thankful for that to be busy. Actually, thankful. Be thankful you're busy, okay? I don't know about taken off of Legendary, but Keke Palmer is replacing her. I don't know about taken off. I don't know if it's like that. Oh, so let me tell you, it's going to be kind of like where I might go live twice in the day sort of spiel. Yeah. I'm never going to do 3 episodes in one. It's always just going to be spread out. So I'm not going to put myself in some sort of situation where I'm about to scream bloody murder every day just from following a show. Like, please, when y'all want to watch, y'all want to watch. You know what I'm saying? So more than likely, because I will be covering like maybe 2 or 3 shows that are not going to be All Star 7 and Legendary, I'm just going to have them like 2 lives in a day kind of bit. One of the lives will be early in the day, and the other one will be a little bit late in the day. Yeah. I'm gonna be tired, but it'll be okay. It's gonna be all right. I'd rather be tired with a lot to do than bored with very little to do. With all a bunch of energy. Like, yeah. Also, Megan's career has taken a different turn since season 2 of Legendary, and she's now got her Grammy on top of a bunch of other things that have been happening. So, like, high key, she don't really need to be there. And honestly, she didn't need to be there. And all tea, she didn't need to be there. And I love her down, but I'm personally happy Kiki's joining because she's a key. I also know she has experience with hosting, judging, those kind of moments. I know I'm going to get clear and concise answers. I also know that when she sits down, she won't be like laying down, just chilling. Because like Miss Mama would be laid back half the time, like lean back, very that. Getting on my damn nerves. Either way. All right, y'all. You know, I low-key did my little 15-minute talk after the video spill. Low-key. But I gotta go because I'm about to head to I need to get something to eat. That's what I need to do. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go get something to eat. And I want that. My Virgo, because I'm a Libra, but I have a Virgo rising. I need that Virgo rising of mine, which honestly, I'm showing it half the time when I do my videos over my perfectionism and me trying to be busy. Very that. Very that. I have not seen Alice yet. It's on my list of movies to watch. I'm really trying to see Nope. I really want to go see that Jordan Peele movie. But I'm more so concerned for Doctor Strange because they're already spoiling it. I don't know why Marvel is like dropping so many of the spoilers, even though they've been out there forever, but they're literally dropping clips. And I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, anger. So I've had to mute Doctor Strange and all that from my Twitter and everything. It's very annoying because it's like low-key, I've already seen the movie. But I haven't seen it. But either way. All right, y'all, I'm out. I'm starting to ramble. Hugs and kisses and best love and wishes to you. Remind yourselves you woke up today, so you already have defeated half of the battle. You've already stepped up to the ring and you've won round 1. Now it's time to keep on pushing. Keep on pushing. Keep that head up. Emotions are valid. Your feelings are fair. Don't become overwhelmed. Stress will take you out, and that's the last thing we need from you, babies. Be blessed. All my love to you. I will see you very soon. Tomorrow for the panel. Hit that like button. Drop me a tip if you feel like it. I'm out. I'll see y'all later.
Listen. Yeah.